I'm Marcus Clements with Clements & King Insurance. Are you on Medicare or about to go on Medicare? Clements & King Insurance has all the answers to all that's available to you when you reach this age. Clements & King Insurance for all your health and life insurance needs.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, now we're here at Hillcrest Elementary meeting some wonderful teachers, and we've got a brand new one here, Miss Heather Sumner. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing very well. We want to hear your story. Talk to us.
So I grew up in Dublin, Georgia, Dublin City Schools. I went there my whole life. I graduated from Dublin High School in 2014. In 2018, this past May, I graduated from Middle Georgia State University with my education degree. And my plans actually were to move to China to teach English, and I was supposed to be moving there in 6 days, but you know, you kind of just know where you should be when you should be. So I decided to stay, and Miss Edmond, you know, I talked to her, and she gave me a job.
And here you are. We're so glad to have you here with us. And you know, what made you decide to want to get into the education field? Have you always wanted to be a teacher?
I have always wanted to be a teacher. Well, no, I mean, I used to play teacher when I was younger, but when I got into college, I originally wanted to be a nurse, and I found out really quick that was not for me. So then I just switched to education. Somehow my mom knew. She was like, "You're going to be a teacher." I'm like, "No, Mom, not going to be a teacher." She was like, "Yes, you are."
And now here you are.
I'm a teacher.
Tell everyone what you're teaching here.
I'm teaching math lab for grades K through 4. So what I'll basically be doing is I'll meet with the math teachers every week, and then I'll see what the kids are struggling with, what standards we need to target more in depth, and then I'll go from there, and we can do a computer, anywhere from a computer program to doing work on the board, math games, one-on-one, group work. It's a wide variety of stuff we do.
Wonderful. And if you can hear that in the background, we've got some little anxious kindergartners here. Kindergartners, say hello. There they are. There they are. Well, Miss Sumner, we're so glad to have you here, part of Dublin City Schools. We know that you're going to bring a wealth of knowledge. And, too, with this being your first position here as a brand new teacher, you're going to have great, great practice with these youngsters.
I know.
All right. Well, good to see you.
All right. Good to see you, too. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Miss Heather Sumner here at Hillcrest Elementary. All right, we've got the new school improvement specialist with us, my friend, Miss Katina Edmond Puckett. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you so much.
Tell us about your journey of how you've gone from teaching inside that classroom and then transitioning to administration.
Wow, so I taught for 20 years, so this was a tremendous transition for me. I've been in school for 2 years working on my leadership degree. So once I secured that degree, I wanted to move into administration, and there was an opportunity at Hillcrest Elementary. I had absolutely no experience with elementary school, but it was a great opportunity to move into administration. So I jumped at the opportunity to do it, and believe it or not, it has been a very smooth transition.
That's exactly what I was going to ask you, was how that transition was. Do you think you're going to miss being outside of the classroom?
I think I miss aspects of the classroom. Now, I won't miss having to prepare lesson plans and all of that part, but I think I will miss, like, the interaction with the students on a daily basis. You know, you build that rapport because you know you're going to see those students every day at the same time, every day. So that part I think I will miss, but I have an opportunity to build relationships in a different way.
That's right.
in this job. So.
And so out of the 20 years that you've been teaching, what have you loved most about your job?
I think I love most building relationships with the students. That's what I think that's how you get the best out of them. You know, I understand that curriculum is important and all of those things, but building relationships, you know, you make those lifelong connections with the young people, and I think that's the best way to really influence them.
And you know, we've been hearing that a lot from the schools that we've been visiting, where they're talking about building that relationships and how important that relationships do matter. And of course, your family, your husband, retired educator and still teaching.
Right.
And so you're transitioning from Moore Street School. So these are younger kids.
Yeah, they are really small. They love to hug.
Right.
You know, they love compliments. So you do a lot of sweetie and come on, honey, and, you know, giving hugs. You look great today, that kind of stuff. And that's going to be a little bit different.
Making that adjustment.
Yeah, making that adjustment. But I think we'll get through it.
Very good. And what do you hope to bring to the table with you in your new position?
The biggest thing I hope to bring is just teamwork and unity. I want to come alongside and just help. One of the things I told them in a recent meeting is, if people are wondering what I do, I do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes to be successful. So.
And we're sure you're going to be a success. It's so good to see you. Thank you for taking the time out to meet with us this morning.
Thank you so much. It's always good to talk with you.
Very good. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the school improvement specialist here at Hillcrest Elementary, Katina Edmond Puckett.
Are you tired of your power bill taking up all your money? Then pick up the phone and call A1 Metals and More at 296-2159 and let us help you lower your power bill but still keep you cool this summer. Call A1 Metals and More for your country carports, red iron buildings, metal underpinnings, and so much more. Our metal roofing is manufactured on site right here in Dublin. Shop local and save. Get wholesale prices on energy efficient products at A1 Metals and More, 1804 Academy Avenue in Dublin.
We've got the lovely Miss Nitra Jones with us, who's teaching 4th grade social studies.
Social studies
And science?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, congratulations on
Thank
your
you.
position here.
Thank you.
Share with us about your journey, please.
Well, I started in 2014 at Northwest Lawrence, support, paraproing.
Right.
I recently just graduated, got my bachelor's degree. So this is my first year in the classroom, and I'm very excited to be at Hillcrest. I've known about Hillcrest all my life because I've been in Dublin all my life.
Right.
My middle child went to Hillcrest pre-K here, so Hillcrest is like family to him. I'm just excited to be a part of the Dublin City School.
Well, we're glad to have you a part of it. Now, what made you decide to want to go into education?
Well, I've tried different areas of
Right.
fields, but I just know that as a mother, I'm a nurturer.
Right.
And I love children. I love taking care of children. I love to make sure their well-being is taken care of.
Right.
And so, I mean, that's just who I am.
Yeah.
And so, why not go into teaching and making sure that they've, being taught properly, being taught about mannerism,
Yes.
taught about how to be a leader,
Yes.
and how to respect themselves. So
That's
I
good.
love that about, teaching them at a smaller age. So I've always had a passion just starting kids off, teaching them how to love themselves.
That's good. I was talking yesterday about what my favorite grades were. 4th grade was like one of my favorite, not because I won the spelling bee, but because it was that time where I was definitely being molded and I was learning some different things, and I was kind of coming into my own awareness of who I was.
That's right.
And so now social studies and science.
And science.
How are you going to make that interesting? How are you going to, what is your style of teaching to get these kids to buy in into social studies and science?
Well, we're going to do a lot of hands-on.
Okay.
Hands-on activities, and I like for them to get up and do presentations.
Yes.
Just for example, we might be talking about maybe the Indians or whatever colony, but for assessment, you dress up in character. Get up in front of the class and present. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Present who you are,
Yeah.
but you present that character. That lets me know that you've researched, you know about the character, and you just know your information.
And what's cool about that is you're allowing them to kind of go outside of themselves.
Outside themselves.
And a lot of times we learn differently. So with this kinesthetic learning of being able to do that hands-on, doing
exactly.
that's going to be so awesome.
Exactly.
That's going to give the ones who are like visual learners a whole nother way to learn.
A whole nother way of learning.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
We're certainly glad to have you part of the
Thank
system.
you.
Of course, your husband's on the other side,
Yeah.
but he'll be all right.
He will. Exactly.
We look forward to you doing some great things with these young people and impacting their lives in a mighty way.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It's a
Thank
pleasure.
you. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Miss Nitra Jones here at Hillcrest.
If you're in the market for affordable transportation, come on into Dublin Auto Sales. Getting to work, school, or around town every day requires dependable transportation. And that's what you'll find at Dublin Auto Sales, offering in-house financing too, so credit is never an issue. See Wayne Kemp or any of his friendly staff, Bill Topping, Alan Fields, TJ DeRochi, or Freddie Cook. Look for Dublin Auto Sales at 1701 Telfair Street and 406 North Jefferson, and also at 511 North Jefferson, where you'll find a great deal. Dublin Auto Sales. Affordable transportation you can count on.
All right, we have made our way down to Moore Street School, where the principal is the great Mr. Brian Howell, who's doing wonderful things here at this institution. We've got a new teacher with us here.
Yes, ma'am.
Please introduce yourself to the people of Dublin, Lawrence County.
Hi, my name is Maurice Stanley. I'm from Dudley, Georgia. I'm teaching at Moore Street. I teach social studies, U.S. history, economics, and U.S. Fam.
Is there anything you don't teach?
Well,
And here you are, you've transitioned. Tell us about your journey and your transition to get here to Moore Street School.
I graduated from Savannah State with a political science degree, which led me to work for the Community Mental Health Board at CSB. I worked there for 2 years. Then I ended up transferring to the Johnson County school system at alternative school. Then I got a call from Coach Howard. He was like, "Do you want to come work in Dublin?" I said, "Yes. Since I stay in Dublin, that'd be a good gas."
And how's it been for you transitioning?
Oh, I love it here. This is a family environment. I love the kids. They came in this morning with a bright face. They just like, "Oh man, we just so happy to be here." I was like, "Me too."
You know, there's always something that we can remember about our teachers, even when we grow older. What is it about you that makes you so memorable to your kids and how you teach?
I try to relate it to everyday life.
Yeah.
One thing I learned about kids, when you relate everything to everyday life, they grasp the knowledge real better. They're like, "Coach Mo," Coach Mo, how you able to balance everyday life in this school? I was like, you just got to relate it to you. Everything affects us in some way, dealing with history, the government, anything that's going on.
Very nice. And you're coaching?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us about that as well.
I coach with Sammy Williams at Dublin Middle School. I coach football. I coach defensive line.
Should have known. How did we guess?
My size will give it away.
It gives it away. Well, we're certainly glad to have you a part of Dublin City Schools. We're proud of you for what you've accomplished and what you're yet to accomplish with these young men and young women.
Yes, ma'am. I
All
thank
right.
you.
And you've got a great last name,
Yeah.
Stanley.
Stanley, we in it.
We're in it. All right. Thank you so much, sir.
All right, thank
This is
you.
Mr. Stanley here at Moore Street School.